What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the video. Today I'm going to talk about macronutrients and how to track them. And all that you really need to be able to track your macros is just a simple food scale you can pick up at most stores. So I'm going to go ahead and put together just a quick, simple, easy meal and kind of walk through the process of tracking your macros and also why it's important to track your macros versus just calories when it comes to nutrition and hitting your goals. All right. Like I said, it's just going to be a few ingredients. So what I have here is I have some smoked salmon, I have some eggs, some cooked jasmine rice, some egg whites, and some sriracha for a little seasoning flavor. So with that, let's get to cooking. All right, so on your packaging for all your food, you're going to have a list of nutrition facts. This is going to have all your macronutrients, and that's essentially how you're going to track it. It's all going to have based off of weight or some kind of scale. So most of the stuff you can track by weight. I have some jasmine rice. This is already tracked out in my app. I've got it all listed in there. So when I go to put it in, it already has all the information it needs. All right. So about 120 grams of cooked jasmine rice. And that's one thing to pay attention to on whatever app that you're using to track your macros, is whether it's tracking it in cooked or uncooked. It doesn't really matter which way you weigh it, as long as you're consistent in what you do and you're inputting that information in your app correctly. And with the rice, I'm going to add 1 whole egg. And just mix that up real good. All right, we'll just give that a couple minutes to cook up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this salmon on here to warm it up a little bit. Now, tracking macros may seem like quite a bit of a task at first, but it really does get easier the more often you do it. Not only because a lot of the apps out there make it easier, as it'll learn kind of some of the foods that you tend to use more often, but also it just becomes more of a habit and more routine to do it. And it's really not that difficult or time consuming. And for that, we have about 4 ounces of salmon. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put this in my bowl. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and add another whole egg. I'm going to cook that one over easy. And then I'm going to add some scrambled egg whites as well, just to get a little extra protein in there. Go ahead and weigh out the egg whites. About 55 grams of egg whites. All right, there you go. Quick, easy meal. It's one of my favorites that I like to do for breakfast. Whenever I have the smoked salmon, I'm just going to add a little bit of sriracha, and that's it. And like I mentioned, there's a lot of different apps out there that you can use to track your macros. The app that I've been using currently is called Macro Factor. I've also used My Macros Plus. Both great apps. They definitely pick up on the food that you use more frequently, and so it gets easier as you use them. And I'll go ahead and do like a screen recording just to show you how easy that is. And we kind of already weighed out our food as we went, and so then all we have to do is add it into the apps. All right, quick overview of the app itself. I typically tend to use the search function for most of my stuff. A lot of it's pretty easy to find in there, but you can also use the barcode function as well, and it works with most foods. I've noticed it's pretty accurate when it looks up the food, and it matches up pretty well with the nutrition facts on the back. But as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. Search, add in your food item, add in the weight or the amount of the food, and it just adds it all up for you right there at the front. Now, one of the things I will go ahead and talk about is the difference between tracking your macros and just tracking calories. So if you have any goals, specifically if you're looking to build any muscle or get stronger, faster, anything like that, you're really going to want to lean more towards tracking your macros, at least from a certain point. You want to make sure you're getting enough protein. Protein is going to be the building source for all the muscles. It's what your body uses to repair and build muscles. Carbohydrates are going to play a big role as well. It's going to be your body's first source of fuel. So it's going to be how you're getting most of your energy to push through a workout. Fats also play an important role for balancing like hormones, and so you definitely don't want to overlook that either. So that's just kind of a basic overview of macros and why it's better to track macros as opposed to just overall calories going in and out. And with that, go ahead and wrap up the video. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and like it, subscribe if you want. I'd really appreciate it. And if you have any suggestions on stuff that you'd like to see in later videos, go ahead and leave a comment down below with what you'd like to see. I might get into more depth later on macros, but just for now, I'm going to leave it at that. It's a basic overview. So yeah, thanks for tuning in.